You know that feeling when you sit down to draw and your page just looks awkward no matter what you do? Let's forget fancy techniques for a moment and start with the simplest thing possible, a tiny dot and what it secretly does to the whole page. I'll walk you through 3 playful dot exercises so composition starts to feel more like exploring and less like passing an exam. The biggest shift you can make in your drawing right now is to stop seeing a dot as a tiny mark and start seeing it as an event. That changes the whole space of the page. The moment your pen touches a paper, the surface is no longer neutral, something has happened, and your eye and your body react to it. It's the first contact between you and the surface, the first little collision of your movement with the space of the picture. Kandinsky even called the dot the most basic element of painting and summed it up in one line: everything starts from a dot. A dot is never neutral. Even a single point in the middle of an empty page creates a mood. It can feel calm, lonely, heavy, exposed. Move that point just a little off center and suddenly there's tension, a pull in one direction, a slight uneasiness. Nothing else has changed, just the position of one tiny dot, but your perception is different. That's the level where composition actually begins, not in complex perspective grids, but in how a small interruption of emptiness affects your inner sense of balance. Why is it so important if you feel stuck or scared to start? Because that first point is your first statement as an artist. It's the moment you disturb the quiet of the page. If you treat it as decoration or something random, you also treat your own impulse as random. But if you treat it as something with its own energy, you suddenly have a way to listen. What does this point do? What does it want? Now you are in dialogue with a drawing instead of fighting it. From this you can derive a very practical rule. Before you think about what to draw, you can work with how a simple element behaves on the page. You don't need talent for that, just curiosity. The page stops being a test you can fail and becomes a field where you can experiment with tension, calm, rhythm and weight. Exercise 1. So here's your first experiment. Take a sheet of paper and choose one tool, a pencil, a marker, a brush, even paint straight from the tube. Make only dots, big ones, tiny ones, round, sharp, jagged, fuzzy. Place a single dot in the center and just look. Notice what it does to your body. Does it feel quiet, boring, peaceful? Then place one dot very close to the edge. Does the page suddenly feel unstable, pulled to the side? You are not trying to make a nice drawing here. No correction, only perception. You are training your eye and your nervous system to feel how even the smallest event on the page already carries tension and meaning. And if you're watching this thinking, okay, but I'm really stuck, I don't even know how to begin, I've put together a free PDF starter kit with a few tiny concrete exercises you can do in just a couple of minutes to get your hand moving again and your perception awake. You can download it via the first link below. It's perfect for those moments when even making a single dot feels like too much. And if you like a bit more gentle structure to stay in the flow, I also share daily drawing prompts and small exercises on Patreon. They are low pressure, playful invitations to keep your practice alive, even on busy or low energy days. You'll find the link in the description. Exercise 2. Now that you've felt what a single point does to an empty page, let's turn that tiny event into something closer to music. A single point is like one clear sound, but the moment you add a second, a third, a cluster, it becomes a chord. Multiple points start to create rhythm, density, silence, chaos, harmony. You are no longer just placing dots, you are composing energy across a page. Exercise 2 is about gravity and tension. Take a fresh sheet and again only use dots. This time play with where they gather. Put a tight cluster of points in one corner and leave the rest of the page empty. Notice how your eyes get pulled there like visual gravity. Then try a band of points along one edge or a loosened diagonal drifting from one corner to another. Don't judge, just feel in your body. Does this feel calm, uneasy, heavy? Is there a sense of movement or stillness? You are training yourself to sense tension, not to decorate the page. Exercise 3 is about visual chords and mood. Now choose a mood or quality you want to explore. Calm, dramatic, heavy, light, warm, cold, harmonious, disturbing. For each word, create one small dot composition. Maybe calm is a single point, gentle off-center. Maybe dramatic might be a dark, denser cluster, crashing into the edge of the page. Light could be a few tiny airy dots, drifting with lots of space around them. Stay playful and subjective, there is no right answer. What matters is that you begin to read your own composition like music. Some parts are loud, some are quiet, some are stable, some are full of tension. You can see this way of thinking in art history too. In pointillism, artists like Seurat build entire worlds out of countless tiny dots of color that vibrate together like a chord. And in the work of Yayoi Kusama, her repeating dots almost dissolve the boundaries between figure and space. They become rhythm, obsession, infinity. When you play with your own dots on the page, you are touching the same basic language. How many, how dense, how close, how far, and what that does to your perception. Once you start seeing dots like this, you'll notice them everywhere. Stars, raindrops on glass, dust, city lights, leaves, pixels. And the beautiful thing is, everything that will later become line, shape and full composition is already hidden in these tiny decisions of where you let a point appear and where you don't. And if you are in a phase where you feel completely blocked and even these exercises feel hard to start, I have a separate video just on that creative stuckness, how to gently begin again. Just watch that video here. For now, keep it simple, draw, observe, build intuition, and I see you in the next video.